Hi, my name's Cameron Carlson with AnimeOnLocation.tv. I'm at Matsuricon 2015 with Miss Kieran Strange.
Strange. I could be Kieran Strange. I'm good with that. That's like the posh way to say my name. That's the true British way to say it. It's Strange. Yeah, that works.
Which is weird because I accidentally did that, so that's the proper way.
It is Strange. No, I'm lying, but I'm just trying to save you. Shh, you don't need to know. Shh, it's okay. It's okay.
So, how did you get started in the world of entertainment?
I've been singing since I was a little kid. I loved writing music when I was maybe 3-4 years old, and we always wrote original music, and we had like a toy drum kit and we played with that. And then I sort of hit 11, 12 years old, and I was like, this isn't a realistic dream. I'm a straight A student. I'm gonna focus on my studies. And then 17 years old, and I went to a My Chemical Romance concert and was like, dude, no, I can't ignore this anymore, and just literally just started trying stuff until I failed again and again and again, and just kept pushing.
Alrighty, and now, as you discussed growing up where you were, it says in your bio that you grew up in above a pub in England. How was it like doing that, and how do you feel it actually helped define you and your goal setting and attitude on music and life?
I think it did, yeah. I mean, the cool thing about being raised in a pub was it really exposed me to that kind of nightlife, like, very early on. Like, pubs in England are very different. They'll usually let kids in until 9, until 6, all night sometimes. This particular pub was a little rough, so I wasn't allowed downstairs, but we'd have live bands occasionally, and, you know, I was allowed downstairs to watch, and I'd sort of stare in wonder, and I had access to the jukebox and could put on whatever music I wanted. So it definitely helped, like, expose me to a wide variety of music, which was pretty cool.
Awesome. And how is it to work with the cast and crew of the show The Switch to compose the opening song for the show?
That was really cool. That was one of the projects that I've done that I'm probably the most proud of, because it was just such a freeing experience. Like, I found out so much about myself and my own sort of gender identity by doing that, and just by talking to the cast. And the big thing I wanted to do when they approached me was, I didn't want to take words and put them in their mouths. I wanted very much to sort of take their words and put them to music. So I worked with Amy Fox, she plays Chris in The Switch. She's a great actor, just great person, so creative, and she works a lot with the production of the show and the writing and stuff. And she came to me with this long poem she'd written, and we sort of sat and figured out what we wanted to keep and what we wanted to change, and took that and then put it to music from there. So it was really cool to sort of see their vision come to life, rather than be like, here's a song, this is your song, this is how you feel. Like, it was cool. I enjoyed it a lot.
I watched the music video for it, so yeah, it was really fun.
It was very fun. That was a hot day. It was awesome. That was really badass.
Yeah. Now, you like to cosplay, as we can see, obviously. And what would you say is your favorite to have cosplayed, and what do you dream to one day do? I know currently you were talking about wanting to become Iron Man again. So what else would you love to do, or what has been one of your favorites to do?
Iron Man, I say Iron Man as like the cheap out Iron Man, as like a glove and then the beard and the hair and the arc reactor, but it was so much fun, and so many people didn't recognize me. I could scare people by going up to them and being like, oh, hi there, and they'd be like, oh my god, it's Kieran, what the, and it was so great. And it's just, I love characters like that I can just get into and be casual. I tend to prefer cosplaying guys because of gender fluidity, and it's nice to kind of get into a guy role. Ever since Final Fantasy VII has been announced as being remade, I'm definitely bringing back the first cosplay I ever did, which was Reno from the Turks. So I've convinced my tour manager to be my Rude, so we will be at a convention near you. Dream cosplays? I'd love to make a full Iron Man suit, man, and just eat donuts and blast AC/DC everywhere I go. And I just have a big American flag with Tony's face on it. I'd just be like.
Alrighty. Now, you're also working with Tasty Peach Studios on a side project. How is it going, and how much fun is it to work with them on the project?
They are so much fun. They are so creative. I've never worked with people who inspire me more than Ryan and Trevor. They're great because they work as a team, very much like me and my manager work as a team. Trevor's very much the business guy, and Ryan's the one who gets to sort of sit and be creative. And some of the stuff she comes up with is incredible. The project we're doing is called Kaneko Yo, and it's produced by Professor Shy Guy, who's also here. He does all the production for the songs. And it's basically, if cats had a band, what would they sing about? And And so the first song, we have a free download. It's at kanekoyomusic.bandcamp.com. And there's a totally free download. You can just download it, and it's one of the songs we did. I do one of the voices, Ryan does one of the backup voices, and I do one of the backup voices. And the song's about, it's called So Good at Being Bad, and it's about all the things cats do that they're kind of dicks about, but you love them anyway, because they're cats. So we have more songs coming out soon, so yeah, it's going to be a fun project. I'm really stoked for it.
All right, because you can also go visit them now here at Matsuricon. They're here for the weekend.
I know, I'm so stoked. I'm so excited. It's so cool to run into. There's so many people here I know, and it's like so bizarre. And there's a festival happening. This is the best con ever.
Yeah. And now you have a very big heart, and you work with a lot of causes. How is it to use your music to bring attention to them, and how have fans reacted to you using your music to bring awareness to those causes, especially as we've talked about gender identity and those causes, especially amongst people who have really big questions about gender identity, and how do you feel your music's been able to impact people? And then, of course, your fans have been very receptive to that, so how's that been?
Well, it's the one thing for me is it's like when you're at a show and you say to a crowd, like, come down and stand at the front of the stage, don't stand all the way back there, and no one wants to be that first person. Well, I kind of want to, it sounds really awkward and weird, but I kind of want to be that first, not for glory, but because I want to be the first person to put my neck on the line and be like, okay, well, I'm gender fluid. I'm going to post photos of myself. Like, I'm a huge feminist. Like, I'm very pro positive messages for girls, and I find that, like, I get a lot of messages being like, oh, you're not wearing any makeup in your selfie, and I'll be like, well, do I have to? Like, and I'll put photos of myself up and be like, well, I look a bit weird, I've got bags under my eyes. But you know what? Like, I'd rather girls see photos of me like that on my Instagram and not photos of me where I look like dolled up all the time. Because then then people, it starts that mindset where you have to always look pretty and you always have to put this. And it's like, that's one of the big things that I really fight for. And it's why if I do gain a little bit of weight, I don't try really hard to work it off, because I don't want to show my fans one endless diet after another of me losing weight. Like, there's so many messages, subliminal messages, that as someone who's not even in the huge public eye, like someone who's just sort of like me, just doing my thing on Twitter and Facebook and all that, there's so many subtle messages you can give out with your behavior that I try my best not to. The big one with gender identity, all I hope is that that video reaches the people it needs to reach and lets them know that there is nothing wrong with them and they're totally okay and this is pretty normal, and regardless of what anyone says, like, you need to find. I just hope it starts allowing people to start searching for the answers to questions they may have been asking themselves. The other big one for me is depression. I've dealt with a lot of anxiety and a lot of depression. Sorry, your arm's getting tired. I talk too much there, mate. I've always struggled with, like, eating disorders, depression, lots of stuff, and I actually had someone come to me at this con and be like, look, I found your song last year at Youmacon and it changed how I was feeling, and it was one of the songs I listened to when I was suicidal, and it helped me. And I'm like, and I went back to my room and I cried, because there's something so incredible about knowing that music that you put out to help yourself and because you needed to cleanse it is helping other people cleanse. It's very overwhelming. I went on a tangent there, sorry.
No, it's completely fine. That's why I wrote the question like that.
Okay, cool.
Now, as your time touring the world, where would you say has been one of the best places to perform? And have you had the chance to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, Ohio, which is just so coincidentally 2 hours away?
I know. I really want to go to that. When we leave on Monday, we're pretty much driving home now. We don't have any more obligations. I just need to be home by the 21st, I think. So we're just going to power home, but that's somewhere I want to stop. I don't know anything about Ohio, and I don't know anything about the geography here because I suck, but I don't know. Which way is Cleveland? Is it north? It's perfect. Cool, so we can go then. So yes, I will be checking that out. Favorite place I've performed? Matsuricon? No, I don't know. There's been so many good places. Colorado is a great state. I'm loving Ohio so far. Calgary in Canada is amazing. Texas is always great. Japan was good. Japan was fun. People really like their music in Japan, even if they don't know who you are. Like I found in North America, people will come for their band and then leave. But Japan, they'll all go for every band and they'll sit there and they'll really enjoy it. And it was really cool. I love Japan. It was amazing.
Yeah, actually, Cleveland is only no more than 2 hours away, north on 71. So that's all you have to do is just hop on 71, go 2 hours north, and boom, there you are. And on top of that, the Rock Hall's open pretty much all year round, too. We actually, all of us in the crew, except for a few people, actually live in the Cleveland area.
Oh, cool, nice. Yeah, no, this is my first time properly being in Ohio, so I'm enjoying it, though. It's cool.
Alrighty, and now, are there any upcoming projects you want fans to know about at this time that you're allowed to talk about?
Where's the manager? Well, she's not around, kid. So I do have a project coming up. I'm going to be careful with what I say because I don't know what I'm allowed to say. It is a concept album. It should be out early next year, and this is probably the first album where I've really let go and allowed myself to do something creatively that I really, really want to do. So I'm very excited for this. So please, keep an eye on my social media because there will be updates. I'm very, very, very stoked.
Well, as you said, social media. I know you have a Twitter, which you and I follow each other. And do you have a Facebook as well?
My Facebook, my personal Facebook is Kieran Wonderflonium Strange. Do not bounce. And my page, I think, is facebook.com/Miss Kieran Strange. So yeah, you can find me, and I'm very friendly. I'm on Instagram as well. I like to chat, so I'll probably follow you back.
I've been seeing you tweet a lot all this weekend and things like that.
I'm like, I don't have time to tweet. I'm on the toilet. I'm going to tweet. Let's do it. Most of the tweets you see will be sent on the toilet. I'm not going to lie to you.
Alrighty, and any message you want to get to fans that you haven't shared through music and cosplay that you want fans to know about?
Same thing I always say. Stay strange, don't change. Be yourself. Never, ever change for anyone. Do what makes you happy.
Alrighty.
Cheesy for you there. Do some cheese factor.
Alrighty, thank you so much for coming and talking with us. Thank you so much.